Hello, can you hear me? I think I had the wrong setting set, so sorry about that. I've actually got a backup recording happening on an external recorder, so what I'll do is I'll put what you missed there in the Facebook group. I sent a Master Chung Fu on Facebook. So yeah, in a nutshell, I was just welcoming you. I was just saying that it's been a little while that we haven't seen you, and yeah, just really nice to be back. If someone could just write in the chat, John or Damon, can you hear us now? 1, 2. Hello? Yep, sounds good. Okay, great. Thank you, guys. So just get all your shungite around you, all your dark crystals, and let's just keep building the light together. And as I was saying a second ago, we won't give up. We'll keep building the love, and we're going to keep our connection strong. So welcoming you here as Isa starts to open the portals of love, and feel like you're calling in all of your own guides and helpers, power animals, ancestors, allies, gatekeepers, ascended beings and ancestors, star family, and that we're working together. We will indeed keep working together. And just feel right now as Chung Fu comes in, what we're all bringing into the heart of the temple, this vast worldwide temple of the light together, and that indeed we're going to be putting in some hard graft as we move forward to forge the new from the rubble. We will reforge the sword that was broken in that sense. Herein.
Namtoika tertekish. Yoeta. Noem. Norikuisi. Horekam. Dunam take. Masup arit ke koshkaitem. My beautiful children, I am here. Know that I am always here with you. Remember, never forget. I can only be present when you open. For you to feel me, you have to open, my beloved. I may be present, but you will not feel me unless you choose to open fully. Feel my presence in every cell of your body, for I am the very power of life rising within you, beating in your heart. You cannot be separated from my essence, but from me within you. All power emanates. There is only power of the love that I am pulsing within you. This is the true power, my beloved. Understand that all of life emanates from this center that is love. My beautiful children, I look into each and every one, so precious to me. You who have come forward onto the earth, to dwell upon the earth at this time, to work with me, to bring through the new creation. My beautiful ones, the new time has begun. Perhaps you can feel it in your bones, inside you. Or perhaps you are distracted. Though there are those who would like to take your attention away. To distract you with all kinds of illusions, all kinds of lies, all kinds of negativities. Beloved, hold my vision strong, just as you hold my love. Know that a new world, a new reality is being created now. Beloved, we have been doing this for a very long time. You and all your friends that dwell in the worlds of light, some here with you incarnate in bodies on the earth. Remember, this is not something new. You came to do this because you have done it before. You have withstood the negative onslaught of those who are smaller than you, those who do not understand, and those who have forgotten, my beloved, who they truly are, what they are capable of doing when they remember the power that is within. Hold my vision, my beloved, my beautiful earth needs you to hold my vision close to the ground where you walk, and to make the sound of love for each other, of kindness, compassion for each other. Remember, you are not alone. You are never alone. I bless all who are in this temple now and ongoingly arrive to bring more power, to ground my creation into the physical realm that already proliferates and flowers abundantly in the worlds of light. You understand the processes of creation that go from the mind, that receives from the spirit, translated to the heart, filled with love, and becoming form through loving projection and creative manifestation. I bless you all in every small and great act of creativity that brings love, compassion, peace, harmony, truth, and beauty into being. Yes, more. Mm-hmm. So, Greetings, beloved, greetings.
Peace.
Welcome, welcome to you all. Blessings and peace and great love to each of you. Thank you for coming forward to work together today. May the living spirit that is within all things come forward and bring you the light and elevation of your higher self, to fill your mind with positive thought, to bring from the source the truth, to fill your thoughts with divine understanding, to fill your heart with love, with compassion and courage, with stamina and strength, with the power to see with those eyes of your heart and follow the love divine. And may your higher self bring to your body the deep knowing from within you of being one with the divine, of being full of strength and power, of being very safe, of being protected, of understanding how to move in these times, how to put around you cloak of invisibility, cloak of light, cloak of strength. How to emanate light from the very depths of your being, how to always be the light, wherever you are, in whatever situation, enabling you to be in a frequency of peace and rest inside you, confidence, courage, and to keep your good health and your high vibration intact. And to bring forward in your life wisdom, deep soul connection, abundance, and deep understanding that is beyond the mind. We welcome all the guides and helpers, all the spirit beings who come forward, who gather with you here. We give thanks for this gathering of all those who walk with you and work with you, with yourselves, all your family, relations, ancestors in the spirit world. For we are indeed, through all the dimensions, through all the frequencies, coming together in this great creation. Here upon the earth, this is a time of creation. This is a coming together, a learning how to come together. And the most important thing right now is to come together with your visioning, with how you would want to live upon the earth, how you wish to be with each other. Can you feel it? How are your ideals at this time? For there has been an enormous attack upon the good thinking, upon the positive elevation, upon your spirit, power, and connection to the divine. There have been many attempts to pull you away, to lessen your power, to in fact harm you. And I see that all of you who have listened, you have grown in strength. You are so much stronger, in fact, than you were at the start, and that is important to remember. You are never given more than you can use well for your own evolution. Even though it may seem like that, you may look out through your eyes and think that all that is happening cannot possibly be for any kind of useful or good or uplifting purpose, I would remind you that divine beings are working all the time with you, showing you how you can take full advantage of any and every moment and opportunity in your life. Advantage to grow stronger. Advantage to connect more deeply within yourself to the divine source. Advantage to see right through the illusion and to be able to lift yourself up wherever you are in any situation in your life. To lift yourself up, to choose to change yourself always, and in changing yourself to change your situation. One of the greatest challenges of your time, beloved ones, is the extremity of the opposites. The extreme darkness on one level that shows itself. The ignorance, the fear, the pain, the suffering, the unconsciousness, the confusion. And at the other end of the spectrum, extraordinary light, so bright that only those who have really prepared for it can receive the radiance fully. And that those who receive the radiance of this light from the source of creation, this cosmic divine light of the central sun, are immediately asked to use it to dissolve obstructions, pain, suffering, confusion, lies. And so what really matters is for you to understand how to continually resource yourself so that you do not run out at any point of those resources that are yours by divine right, if you claim them. So I really am talking today about the resources that you'll need now in this next period upon the earth, and how you may make very certain that you have abundance in every possible way. I am sure you have noticed that there have been many attempts to persuade you that really there is not abundance, that actually there's very little, and that somehow this will be a problem for you. So I remind you, beloved, that you are the creator of your own reality. That messages that you do receive from around you at this time cannot be relied upon, but only the messages you receive from within yourself. This is the time for you to strengthen, to literally multiply and energize and imagine every day growing greater and greater your light, excuse me, your lines of communication with the source of all that is. Within you are so many extraordinary tools and capabilities. Sometimes, however, you have to kind of go back to square one, because you can become very stretched and pulled out of your center. Sometimes by friends, family, dramas going on within your proximity, within your family, your community, your neighborhood. Or sometimes you are pulled out of that inner focus by the cosmic, we could say intergalactic events. The many, many astrological alignments that have happened that have been very dramatic in the last 2 years for you and are still ongoing. And I understand, because these are very strong forces at operation in your world. They are having effect upon your earth, upon the elements, upon the moon, the stars, and of course yourselves. So it really does matter at the moment for you to remember your divine right to be connected to the very source at all times. There is not a moment when suddenly you lose this divine right, or suddenly it becomes impossible, although there are those who are noticing that certain toxic substances do reduce your ability to connect. There is a physical element. And at this time, cleansing your body of any kinds of interfering elements like that is important. There are many ways that you can cleanse your body. You can, of course, do a detox fast. You can also use substances that will help to pull out of your body some of the toxins that you may find are really from the atmosphere or from all kinds of invasions that have happened for your body in the last period of time. Feel inside yourself, beloved ones. How are you? Can you feel any burden or weight psychologically of ideas, any negativities? Imagine you are, in fact, cleaning your space, you could say. When you come to your room and there are items you want to arrange differently, and you can pick them up and you can move them. Come to your mental space. Notice. Understand it is really no different to your emotional space, your physical space. What's in your mind are concepts, ideas, beliefs, structures, worlds. Right now, notice when Chung Fu is speaking. Do you hear him? Or are you a little bit distracted by your own thoughts? Of course, I understand. You have your own reality. You live in your own world, and I come and I bring some remedy for you. Some ideas, some concepts, some powers, some love. I bring resource that you can also bring. And I look in and I see the minds. I see the landscapes that you present to me. I see where you are and how hard it is for you in so many ways upon the earth with what you are navigating, and especially the negativity. That can be negativity of the news or of information coming through from your own psyche. Can be a friend or a relative that you are receiving the information from. Notice in your mind all these kind of lumps of information, like stories, like constructs, things that are happening for you in your life, your relationships, things that you are trying to do, achieve, notice how populated your mind is. It's really important that you know how to control your mind and what to do with the content of your mind, and especially to be able to see it. What is in there? Identify, first of all, anything that's obstructing the central space that you don't really want to be there. Because we want to bring into that central space, we could say, the resource, the never-ending supply of energy that is from the source, from which we wish to resource. So we want to clear the center of your mind. And perhaps on the edge, we will put everything that we could bring in one at a time and look at and fill with love and heal and clear. But for now, we're going to take anything that's a problem, anything that you're needing to study or analyze or understand, or anything that you need to heal or change or transform. And we're just going to put it at the edge of the field. Come back to the center again and notice that now that whole subject is over there. And coming back to the center again, relax, breathe, expand your heart. Feel how your heart is underneath your mind, supporting, like a beautiful cushion of love, and radiating into your mind this love from deep inside your heart. Love for you, love for your creations, divine love that connects all the way to the source, your spirit, your essence that is that love in the very source, heart divine. Breathing and feeling your heart is expanding underneath your mind, making it ever more supported, comfortable. Your mind resting on the love that is your heart center reality. Feel yourself gently repeating the mantra, I am the love. I am the divine love. My heart is the source and the resource of divine love that pours into my mind and energizes all my visions and dreams. And looking with that loving eye into that space in the center of your mind, notice if there's anything else there that you would like to clear from the center for now. You will bring it back in when you have the energy and the resource to cleanse it and clear it, to energize it and love it, to heal it. Just feel yourself very gently picking up any part of you that's feeling perhaps a little weak or tired, confused. And just very gently walk with that part of you to the edge of the field where there are many guides and helpers standing to assist you, to support you. Feel yourself putting that small part of yourself, that childlike part that is overwhelmed with anything that you have to deal with at this time. Give that little hand to one of your guides and helpers. I'll be back. This part of me needs holding. I need your help to just hold this part of me safe so that I can clear my field and build up the love power in the center where my mind is strong, where I can build my visions of the future that I am walking towards. I feel the support of so many beings of light standing all around you at the edge of your field, and feel how your mind space is expanding, getting bigger, clearer. And so much light is now beaming down from the source, filling the center of your mind with clarity. Feel how within you a voice is speaking, telling you how beautiful you are. My beautiful being, the voice of your higher self resonates into that clear space within you. My beautiful being, I expand you to be the full embodiment of my divine vision. That here in my mind, I create the visions of that which is my future. Feel yourself come into the center and create an altar. And on each of the altars in each of the directions, you place your love, your affirmations, your prayers. You create those altars right at the edge of your field, just in front of where you're taking any matter that needs to be cleared in that big space in your mind. Open, open. Feel your mind open, making more and more space. And here in the center now, feel how Goddess, God, divine beings, angelic beings, archangelic beings, they are pouring their light. They are pouring into your mind beautiful visions. They are pouring their love into you, beloved. What can you see? Here in the center, as you look out into the world and feel your own being, as you look out and understand you are here to create this new reality upon the earth. How do you feel? One by one, the divine beings come. Right into you they come. Made of light, they pass through all the membranes of your light body and come right inside you. They fill you, and you feel yourself expanding with their presence. You know their visions. You have heard them many times. You understand they are bringing compassion through you to pour into all the dark places, to heal all the hurt places, to fill you with joy, with love and light. As you empower this whole space in the center, filling it with the radiance of ascended beings, angelic and divine beings, you yourself, in your mind's eye, let go and surrender and lay down in the very center of your being. Knowing that you are surrounded by this great power and presence divine. Find yourself deeply letting go, trusting in the divine presence that is in your body, in your heart, and filling you with light. Feeling in your mind now the power of your will. And as you create this huge force field of light in the center, the divine beings radiating out from you, you who are the vessel, the instrument, the equipment through which this divine presence can emanate. Feel yourself sending a message out to the perimeter, to the periphery where you have put any and all of the content of your mind that needed transformation, needed strong healing, needed love, compassion, understanding. Send a message out for your guides and helpers who are helping you in this healing work to bring one set of circumstances, one conundrum, one subject for you to bring deeply into the light, for you to focus on and understand and see how you may let go, how you may heal, and how it is that the divine love comes into that content and dissolves it from the center, from the middle. Feel the weight of what you are bringing and place it there in the center right by you. Feel yourself focusing all the light from all the ascended beings, angelic beings, and deities deeply into this dark element. With all your mind and all your heart, project the light and the love to enter in and simply dissolve the darkness that's there, to embrace it, encircle it, to love it, and to dissolve it. And feel yourself saying inside, I take all that is dark and heavy, negative, and full of pain, and I offer it into the light. I offer it to the cosmic central solar beings. I offer all that my mind has made here of negativity and pain and sorrow. I offer it all. I give it all up. I breathe in the light. I see myself drinking in the positive power from the source. I see myself going deeply with the light into the very core of this negative element. Feel yourself make a sound. Feel the softness, beloved. The softness of love and light. And feel how that which is dark, hard, impenetrable, or was so, dissolves in the softness of your love, of the divine presence that is your love. Notice your creations. Remember, you have full responsibility for everything that is in your mind. Even if it came from somewhere else, or did belong to someone else, or was inherited in some way, or pushed upon you, you can change it. Everything that you are can be changed by your will. And especially, beloved, when you have taken on the suffering of the world, or the suffering of another. And perhaps you have been doing that for a long time, especially because many of you who work with me, you are healers, you are seers, you are beloved beings who care so much, who have so much love. So it is very important to take care of your mind, of what you are seeing and believing. It's very important to fill your mind with truth from the source, and not that which we could say is true because somebody feels it, or we could say it's true because somebody else believes it. But the biggest truth of all is love. Love is. Love is the power of life. And when you embody that love, when you fill your mind with love, light that is a form of love, when you feel the love divine despite or because of everything and anything, when there's no doubt in you at all why you are here, to be the love. When you know that, it's a great strength, beloved. It's a great strength. Build that strength. Know that you are that strength. Believe in yourself as being the divine strength here upon the earth. That in embodying the divine love, you become the strength and the power of divine love. The greatest power of transformation that there is. I know that there are many aching hearts right now. I know because I see them. Because I love you, each and every one. I know what you are carrying. I see the world. I know the times that you are in. So every day of your life, you have to wash your body, your kitchen, your home. Every day of your life, you have to come again. You have to rise again. And every day of your life, you have to look into your mind and clean it again. And remove the obstacles to the love. But where there is doubt and fear and heaviness and wounding, your mind will hang on to it unless you decide to let it go. So I remind you of your power to change your mind. And if you don't want to change your mind, I also honor you. There will be a good reason. If you choose to hang on to some pain or something that's confusing and overwhelming, there will be a reason. And there will be a perfect time. And then you must watch for that time. A perfect time when you can put it down. So if there is something that you cannot right now put down because you want to understand it more, you can't let it go because it is teaching you something and you need to focus upon it. I remind you that the light of divine focus is here within you. And so let it shine like a laser inside the confusion or the conundrum or that which lacks clarity for you, and feel yourself penetrate into the meaning of that which you did not understand but now are opening up to the revelation of divine light. You have within you that which serves you. When you go into it, when you go deep enough, it always serves you. It is always there because your soul knows things beyond your mind and brings you that which you need to process for your own evolution, for your own advancement, for your own expansion. So feel that cosmic light shining into anything you do not understand today, or anything that just feels a bit too much today. Sometimes when that beam comes in, you see a lake of tears. Sometimes when that beam comes in, you see stairs going down, deep down to the depths of your being. But always, when you aim that laser beam of divine light clarity into the places of darkness, always you feel the warm glow of love emanating from your heart throughout your body. Feel it. And feel great gratitude to your body, to your physical body. And notice how when you clear your mind and bring in that warm love, your body feels so much better. And whatever is there, beloved, look and see. Notice, observe, and accept. And know that even now it is dispersing and changing as you pay attention to what is being shown to you from within. It is already changing. So I'm going to finish the last part of the meditation after we have listened a little to you and listen to any of your questions or any of your observations or experiences you want to bring forward today. And then we will go deeper. So I'm going to listen now, beloved Jerome, and see if anybody would like to talk to me today. And then we will go together a little deeper again.
Okay, I'll just take all my shungai off.
Jerome is gone deep with his shungai today. Yes. Eman Chongin's been doing a lot of work with you all. Perhaps you felt him in the last period. We have been doing a lot of work in the world. There have been many wonderful events that have happened in the astral planes that will affect in a very good way your earth in the coming times. In the next few months, you'll see good results from our work. Peace.
Okay. Let's have a look. Right then. So the norm has been that we would go over to Facebook and do questions there, but we're not going to do that this time because you're all here now. But I will just see if there's any potential questions in Facebook. So if anybody is there live with us and you have a question, do ask. No questions in Facebook.
All right.
Let's see if there's any. Yeah. Lots of love coming in. Damon Goodchild, it's great to have you all back. Yeah, loads of love. Christina Kozaj, thank you for being here for us. Augie, multi-dimensional reading. Hello guys, welcome brother. Thank you to everyone in this space. JB, Kareen Brown, amazing message, high vibration, great sharing, love to all. Sergey, Eugene, holy blessings to all of you. Thank you. Peter Liance, love. Lou, lots of hearts. The Watcher, heart. Kareen Brun, Master Chung Fu, any recommendations to bring abundance in our life? A practice?
Peace, beloved. Jerome will, I'm sure, indicate some of the abundance affirmation practices I have brought for you. It is a very deep subject, abundance, because you are in the midst of being very much, in that sense, how can I put that, attacked in that regard, because abundance is your nature. Abundance is nature. The truth is that what has happened within humanity, beloved, is to come away from nature. If you can get back to nature, that will help you to come to that natural place within you where you start to notice that, in fact, you have abundance in different ways. I think perhaps when you say abundance, it's very possible that you might mean money. And as you may understand at this time, the paradigm of money, which is very much, in that sense, created by human beings, is undergoing a huge disturbance, a huge movement of energy where the actual stuff that you're working with, the form that money is taking, is changing. And so at this time, if you are referring to money, that is a very big subject, which is, it's worth studying it in a sense, worth to understand the changes that are happening in your monetary systems. In terms of general abundance, that is my recommendation, that you remember you are a being of nature, that you connect with the great Earth Mother, Mother Gaia, or with Lakshmi, for example. For in every culture, there is a goddess or a being who represents, who embodies abundance. And that when you meditate upon those deities or those energies, then you'll find yourself taking up their qualities. And so doing mantras, affirmations that link you to the spirit of abundance, to the divinities of abundance, is the very best practice of all. Creating positive affirmations that say, I give thanks for all the abundance in my life. I give thanks each day for the wonder and beauty of life upon the earth. I give thanks to the flow of plenty that comes to me. I feel loved and blessed. The divine source pours love, blessings, abundance into and through my being. The best way to attract abundance is to notice all the ways you do have abundance, to give great thanks, and to feel yourself open to receive. Open your heart, open your auric field, and feel yourself receiving, and make affirmations in great plenty. Blessings and peace.
Blessings and peace. I have pinned to the top of the live chat Chung Fu's Work, Play, Love, Money Empowerment Meditation Practice. It's just $10 or pounds or whatever it is. And it is something that I asked Chung Fu for a while ago, because it is something that I am trying to, just, master in that sense, as we all are in our own ways, trying to grow in that great sense of, abundance.
Abundance, the natural state.
Yeah. And we've got some lovely chats coming in. So thank you, Karine, for that lovely question. Timmy Dunham. Great to have you back, Chung Fu. Erika, welcome. Thank you, Timmy. Erika Slingwine. How can I connect to the divine? I feel I put a block up.
Well, the very fact that you see you put a block up, beloved, means you're connected, because you wouldn't see it and you wouldn't even ask the question if you did not have the sight that tells you the divine is the very center of your being. You see, why would you put a block up? When you think about it, ask yourself that question. Why would you do that? Is there some fear here? You see, we just spoke, didn't we, how the divine is love. You're not afraid of love. Or are you? See, have a look. Look, that was exactly what I brought forward, wasn't it? That feeling of there's a block somewhere in my mind. I know the divine's there. These are words, aren't they? This is in the mind. I put a block up. Oh, I put a block up. Well, let's work with that imagery a moment. So where's the divine and where's the block then? You see, because you said it. So you know the divine's behind the block. So can you remove the block? Use that exercise I brought you. Can you get all your guides and helpers? What is it? What is it like? Is it a round block, a square block? Is it a wall? Dismantle it. Dismantle the block. be as graphic as your imagery was there. I put up a block. All right, well, let's take down the block. What kind of block is it? Do you want to work with that? Just feel now, right now, working with me. Just go into some feelings about it. What is it? Is it in your belly? Is it the back of your head, the front of your head? Is it in your heart? Where's the block? See? Breathe. Feel. See, you're not actually an enigma. You can make yourself an enigma by not realizing that you're getting all the clues you ever need all the time. They're all there. And you go forward and you dismantle that block and you say a beautiful greeting to how you feel it is the divine. What is it? What is that? Who is that? Do you see the divine as a goddess, as a god? Do you see the divine as the universe, the stars, the suns, the moons? What is it, the divine? Perhaps you've had many processes of identifying the divine. But most importantly, I say to you, be the divine. Allow yourself to fill up the whole space of your being with the feeling of divinity. Peace, beloved.
Peace. So there's a lot of questions coming in around taking money out of banks, and
Yes.
I've been very apprehensive of really, in a sense, it does take a lot of guts to talk about money and what, some of us are doing with money in different ways. And, as it happens, this family is doing some different things around finance. And, we tend to not try to mix too much with the Chung Fu work about, the politics of money, and we're not financial advisors. We don't like to tell people what they should do. And I know people kind of get into these states of panic around money and what to do with it and what should we do and what's going to happen, and, are all the banks going to crash? But I will just say this, and that, a couple of months ago, about 8 months ago, a friend who is a student of Chung Fu, a lovely chap called Matthew, told us he's often on these calls. In fact, a number of us who study with Chung Fu have joined this incredible social movement called Cash FX. So I'm not going to say too much more about it, but put it this way: several months later, I and my mum and my brother were all doing very well from it. And so it is an option. If you want to know more, you can get in touch with me on my messenger, or you can text me 004407866418518525, and I can just point you in that direction and you can check it out. I'm not going to bang on too much about it because it is a different subject. But there are things you can do. There is a great, change happening. And I've never really asked Chung Fu too much myself about what he thinks about crypto and Bitcoin and things like this. But, I mean, we have to just really make our own decisions about what we think is best to do with the money. We will ask these questions anyway, but I just wanted to say that there's a number of people on this call now that are working with this company that we're all working with, which basically, in essence, is forex trading. It's done for you forex trading, whereby you buy a package, and
so you need to stay with your resolve not to go into
not
it
go
now.
into it now, but basically, in a sense, it's an education company. So I'll finish it off by just saying you basically educate yourself in this area. As Chung Fu said, it's a place where we need to educate ourselves.
It's happening now. The point is, you are all part of it. Try not to take a disempowered stance. Try to study. I think that is the one thing I would say about Jerome, is he's a good conduit to show you how to study. He has some places of study that he has engaged in. I think he's a very good guide for you to study. I think that each one, you need to take your power and study what for you feels right. Don't ever do anything that doesn't sit comfortably with you.
Yeah.
And we are definitely not providing any financial type of advice, because there are many legalities within all your countries about this, and we do not stand there. We are there for your soul, for your heart, for your mind, for your spirit. And when you are in that good place within yourself, you will make the right decisions. So always come back to the way I've been working with you today. Put that whole subject. You see, there it was. Look, we cleared it, and look what came in to the central mind. Money. Abundance is a very important subject. Don't be deluded. I know it's very, very important. I know these big changes are happening, beloved. But each one of you, you have your specific journey, because it is part of your evolution. And the keynote is be in your power, be in your positivity, be really strong inside yourself. Come to strength. Don't make decisions from fear or panic or doubt or any kind of that negative energy. So that's why I say study, because then you know. Knowledge you do need. At this time, you need a lot of knowledge. You need knowledge of your laws. You do need to understand something around your, how can I put that? The ethics that are being imposed upon you. Are they ethical? Actually, are you living in an ethical society right now? And if you're not, make your own society. Come into your local areas. Create society along the basis of love, cooperation, compassion, caring. Come back to your local societies and build. Because even money, beloved, I want to remind you, you don't have to be part of a central system of money if you have local groups that support each other with food, with items, with clothing, with everything that you need in life. I remind you that money is something that was imposed on a centralized system because of all kinds of exchanges that need to happen, of course, in the broader reality. But right now, if you can feel it, there are many, many reasons why you should come back to your local area, your physically local community. Make connection with each other and start to build a new economy. That's really what it is. That's all part of building the new earth. Peace to you ones.
Awesome. And yeah, so there's lots of lovely questions coming in. I just want to say I don't normally say anything that isn't actually just in the arena of what Chung Fu brings, but I only did that because there are lots of questions coming
Yes,
in
yes,
about
that's
that.
fine,
So,
Jerome. It's very
you know,
good. Yes, yes.
Timmy Danger asking, Chung Fu, how can I stay centered in the midst of internal chaos?
When you say internal, you mean inside yourself. That's the thing. That's right. That's why I did this exercise with you, beloved, today. You need to make decisions about your mind and your heart. You have to decide what dwells within you. You don't, open your front door and just let all the, the old debris, the local leaves and old wood and everything just kind of come in through your door, do you? Well, equally, beloved, you have to clear your mind, You live in your own thoughts. You live in your own reality, in your belief system, in your created reality. And you can recreate it and you can change it. And that was really what I was trying to do with you today, to remind you. All right, what's in my mind? What am I obsessed with at the moment? What is my problem? What have I got going on? All right. Oh, it's that. Right. Well, this subject here. And I'm just going to park it over there, and I'm going to clear this space and breathe and bring in the lights. Oh, here's another thing that's come up in my mind. Oh, right. Oh, yes, there's that too. I'm identifying these areas that I'm going to work with later, but I'm going to clear, and fill myself up with this divine light first. Because if you have a lot of kind of as you say, confusing type of internal dialogue going on, confusion and so on. The light, it comes in, but it just lights up the confusion, makes the confusion very bright, brightly lit up, but it doesn't solve anything until you decide, rather than all that stuff just being kind of higgledy-piggledy in the middle of your mind, you have an exercise where you move the matter in your mind just the same as you move furniture in a physical space. It is furniture. In that sense, it's just content made of thought. But you see, this is the art of meditation, to empty your mind, beloved. See, those are all constructs that have come from all kinds of feelings, emotions, experiences, frustrations. When they block, when they're just in the way, when they create confusion. So that is how you have to do it. You have to clear the space first, and then bring in subject matter and literally blast it with the light, with the goddess presence. And when love comes in, everything starts to make sense. I hope that helps you, beloved.
Right, okay, lots of questions coming in. Very nice. Loving it. Let's just get back to, where's it gone here? 1 second. Okay, we have a question here from Joanna Mitchell.
Peace, beloved.
Please, can Chung Fu say more about how the monetary systems will change? How can we prepare? Should we take our monies out of the normal banks? Thank you.
So there we are. We just were talking about this, beloved, and the truth is that each one needs to take full responsibility. I do not claim to be that one who can advise you about your finances. So that's the first thing to say. Anything that I bring forward is from my overview of the situation. Your situation is that the financial system is collapsing. It's actually collapsed, really, in truth. It is not held up by very much. But of course, because of the billions of people who are using this financial system, it is constantly being propped up a little more, propped. At a certain point, there will be a big change. That which you know as money will start to present itself in a different way. It can't, well, in a sense, it can happen overnight, but it's not as simple as that, because it on certain levels, it's already happened. And you notice things are just carrying on seemingly as normal. But you will gradually feel the withdrawal of certain institutions in your life. And you will wonder, well, what's going on? And when I say that, I mean, for example, the services of your banks. You probably notice less and less of them are available to really deal with your affairs. But then other institutions are coming in. And so there are, of course, those of you who already know that there is a decentralized financial system already fully in operation. But again, that is undergoing difficulties because, well, we could say that the war is happening in every part of your world. And so the new system as it comes in is being resisted by those institutions, those older institutions who are suffering at the present time as the energy is being pulled out of them. So there are opposing forces. What you need to do yourself is, and here's the word, diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't do just one thing with your money. If you have some money, then to invest it is clearly a good idea. But again, I'm not an advisor. Yes, you're laughing. You're laughing.
The Watcher, I don't know who the Watcher is.
Yes.
But it's a great name. Maybe you're a channel. Chung Fu, are you holding any crypto bags? That's brilliant. We need more comedy, you see, more laughter. It's important. Okay.
So I just finished there.
Yep.
That's the main thing. Diversify. Yes? Just think to yourself and study. study.
Well, again, if you want to come and have a chat with me, Joanna, you are family. You don't live that far away. I can show you what I'm doing. I'm doing about 3 or 4 things, they're all amazing in their own way. But yeah, I think it's quite boring really sometimes to just go on and on about money. It's like there are things you can do, but again, you've got to kind of like weigh up risk. What I always tell my friends that want to join what I'm doing is like, there's risk leaving your money in the bank at 0.0001% a year. I mean, they're doing what we're doing with these things, but they're not telling us that they're doing it. In essence, they're trading your money on the forex markets and giving you nothing. It's just really cheeky, isn't it? It's more than that. It's robbery. But anyway, blah blah blah. Right. Erika. Oh, we done that one. Little Brights. So good to be in this space with you. Thank you. Love, Jacinta. Oh, hey Jacinta. Love to you.
Greetings, beloved.
We've done Timmy's question. George Denigan. Hello, mate. So appreciative of you all. Any recommendations of how to move forward when you feel stagnant? When you feel the need to move forward to make life decisions? Great question.
Emotions, beloved. The truth is, you're never stagnant. You've just blocked some emotions. So ask yourself the question, what am I unhappy about? What is making me, why am I afraid? What am I afraid of? Start to ask yourself some questions that will start to dredge up some emotions that are quite pushed down. Because of course you don't want to feel negative emotions, but they are there. For all the reasons of everything that we have talked about today. Because you are in a difficult time. There are very few people who are not experiencing some kind of blockage, some kind of resistance, some kind of pain or difficulty. But because you don't want to really go into it, you push it away. Don't push it away. Go into and ask yourself, what am I feeling? Because when you're stagnant, that is actually the biggest feeling of all. It feels like nothing. No, I'm blocked. No, I don't feel a thing. No, just can't feel it. No, that's not actually true. You're feeling so much, but you shut it down. And so you have to really be very compassionate and gentle with yourself. Look for the small place. Look for where you feel disempowered. Look especially for the fear and be very brave and just go forward into it. Bring that light to shine in the darkest part of your being, beloved, because it will all be there inside you. Peace to you, one.
Peace. Lou, thank you. How can we have balance with doing things to help make changes, i.e., more practical things? How much should we trust in divine, and how much should we be proactive?
Oh, you should always be proactive, beloved. They are not contradictory. This is something that is very important, actually, for all of you who are basically spiritual activists, working on the inside to change the world. Any opportunity that you have to make even the smallest action that is going to advance the manifestation of your visioning, don't ever hold back. It can be something quite small. It could be writing something, or it could be sending someone a gift. There are so many ways that you can further your manifestation of your vision. So, of course, it's really important to vision right. But if you never take any action, of course, your vision will remain in that sense, in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. You are in the business of manifestation. You have manifested a body and arrived on this earth. Your spirit is here. And so if there's a problem within you and you think, oh, yes, but my vision is so big and so huge, I don't even know where to begin. That's all right. You just literally ask for a sign of where to begin. Every small action that you make can accumulate to become ultimately a great creative momentum and power that you manifest in your life, beloved. So it's very important, indeed, to do practically everything you can to bring your vision into manifestation.
Peace.
Peace.
Question from Augustine Tse, Tse. I think Chung Fu. I think it's that. Yeah, I'm not great at pronouncing, so bear with me. He says, "May I ask a question of Chung Fu?" Absolutely, brother. How do I embody the frequency of strength? Great question.
Strife.
Strength. Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, strength.
Strength.
Yeah.
I was going to say don't.
No,
Please
not,
don't.
Not strife.
All right. How do you embody the frequency of strength? You know that wonderful saying, how the answer is in the question? Can you feel it? How do I embody the frequency of strength? Even when you say it like a question, you've already started embodying it. The very thought of it has begun the process right now of you embodying strength. Feel it, and it's really important, this word strength. If you feel it, it's down here in the belly. It's in the belly of you. You know, sometimes you think it's, you know, we've worked a lot with the mind today, and you think, well, I got to be strong in my mind. That's what we're working on today. It's true. But when you are strong in your mind, you feel it in your belly. You feel good in your body. And so physical work, physical movement, qigong, you know, Pilates, yoga, where you, because that's the word, isn't it? Embody. You want to embody it. You want to feel it in your body. You got the idea. You're bringing it forward here. How can I embody the frequency of strength? Well, exactly like that, by being in your body with it. By asking yourself, well, here is my thought of strength. Here is my vision of strength. How does that look? Take some stances in front of the mirror. Feel yourself, you know, take some warrior stances. You know, make a drama of it. Make some movements. Feel what does strength feel like in your body. Move your legs, move your arms. Feel the power of the earth and of your connection with the earth. Go onto the earth. Touch trees. Hug them. Feel the power of a tree. Think of a mountain. Understand that you have been a mountain. Understand that within you, you have the capability to embody the strength that in nature and in the elements is rock and stone, crystal, mineral, that is mountain. Think of all kinds of strength. What about oceanic strength, the flow, the incredible power, the force that is a tsunami, the power of water when it moves? Feel, sense inside you how you know that power, because you are water. Each element you are, and each element has a special strength. Think of wind, think of hurricane, think of gale force wind. Take a breath and feel that gale force power coming through your breath. Think of the sun, think of the fire of the sun. Your spirit comes from the cosmic central sun source. You are a star being born from that light, from the divine central heart of the cosmos. These are thoughts that originate in your mind, but ultimately they come into your body. So feel it in your body as best you can. Sometimes that means, you know, holding your hands over a candle flame and going really close to a fire to feel the heat, or taking your clothes off in the solar radiation, the radiance of the sun. This is how You embody strength, beloved. Peace.
Oh, that's so great, Chung Fu. Just really loved that for myself as well. That's, yeah. Augustine is saying thank you so much. I'm very touched. In fact, I'm gonna.
Wonderful.
May I ask a question of Chung? My name is Augustine Tse. How do I...
Augustine Sayre, great. I just wanted to play that because he was just giving us the name. Thank you, Augustine. Great question.
Peace.
Right then, next question. Yeah, Erica was just confirming, yes, fear in throat. Yeah, we've got to keep moving that fear. I mean, you know, we've done over 300 videos on Chung Fu's channel now with Chung Fu. And I'm sure by now, like a broken record or a record now fixed, I go on and on about shungite. And that if you work with shungite on the body, now shungite is a dark crystal, a dark stone of carbon origin with a molecule in it called the fullerene molecule. Mineral. That if you work with it all the time, you will notice a great improvement. I mean, Sally, my mum here, speaking through Sally, aren't you, Chung Fu? You've got it. It's right here on you.
I always carry the shungite.
Yeah.
We always work with it here because we do a lot of emotional work with people. The shungite is working in this temple all the time.
So it's black and shiny like this. I mean, a lot of you on the call already know it, already have it. But if you haven't heard of it, I really do recommend you get yourself some and just put it on your body.
Talk to Jerome about it because he's really used it a lot and he's done so much good work with it. And also he has some wonderful shungite, don't you, Jerome?
Yes. Karine saying we need you more often. Well, we're doing our best.
We will be back more often. I needed to give the vehicle a break. She worked solidly for 2 years without hardly any time off. And she had some issues that she really needed to do some healing on herself. So I've been working with her internally, beloved, but we have to look after the vehicle because this is very demanding work. But we are back now, and now we will be regularly with you. Peace, dear ones.
Yes. Kareem, yes, I am living in the nature, but still bonded to money. You are right, and it disappears when I step into the forest. Thank you. Interesting. The Watcher, any news or messages from our Arcturian brothers?
Well, you know, they won't be coming in today, right now, but they are working very hard with many ascended beings at this time. There's a lot of change happening. You know very well, excuse me, that you have been under an attack from the gray beings that have been in a position within the earth for a long time and that they are withdrawing. And this time, that is very important information. The Arcturians are very, very active there, keeping those of you who are connected supplied with positive power from the source, because they are creator beings with you and they are working with many of you and bringing in the new earth. So the message at the present time is hold tight, hold strong. And especially in the mind, because this is a situation where the minds of many beings have been deeply compromised with lies. And so you who are in possession of truth from the source, who connect at a high frequency, you need to understand the importance of holding the line, holding that frequency. And that doesn't mean that you have to, avoid or in that sense, pretend the negativity isn't happening, or live in a sort of hyper world that isn't real. No. What's really important is you know exactly what's happening, but you know why. You understand that this negative energy is not coming from the divine source. It is an interruption, an interference. It is a power that is being allowed to proliferate. It has been allowed to proliferate, but it is now being withdrawn. It is being pushed back, you could say, and no longer will continue to have the overriding sway. Now you will see things starting to polarize. You will see probably two main polarizations of energy, one going really quite a lot towards darkness and towards, some very negative realities, and one being in that sense released to rise, to ascend, to and that is all of you here finding yourselves in a very elevated stream of consciousness, growing every day stronger and stronger, and that your task is to reach out to one another, to create on the ground the where that literally that whole web of light that's being created is grounded, is connected to the earth, so that this reality can be manifested in the physical piece.
Peace. Right. Robert Grant. Lovely to be back together. Can you indicate any timeline on the more significant changes in the monetary system, e.g., when to get money out of banks? Thank you. I know we've already done one like that, but I didn't want to. Yeah, I just want to make sure you've.
The simple answer is now. It's happening now. It's not obvious on the outside. When I say get money out of banks, it's a very big statement. I'm not in that sense advising anybody. As you know, I'm not in a position. I'm an ascended being, and I'm not in your world. What I can see, though, is a lot of shifting, a lot of, let's sleight of hand. So here's a bank. On the other hand, everything is shifting underneath, and everything in that sense is happening now behind the scenes. So what you need to understand is that the value of your money will change. So in order to preserve the value of your money, you have to consider the worth of the things that you need at this time. So from that point of view, investment of your money into things that matter to you, whether those are physical things, properties, land, I especially recommend to you that if you have considerable amounts of money, buy land. But it's not advice. I just said it as it was, but it's not advice, because you know the legalities of the situation. This is what Chung Fu can see. You need land. You need to get together to get land. You need to make sure that you have access to land. And you need all of the accoutrement, as you could say, all the equipment. That means you can look after yourselves when this polarization is getting more and more each day, and you need to create your societies and make yourselves safe with each other. You need to create trust together and systems of governance between yourselves, a different kind of governance, a governance in circles of trust and awareness. And yes, this is what you need to do when it comes to money. It's the energy you've accumulated or someone else has accumulated and given to you. And so you need to use it very wisely at this time to empower yourselves right now, in this next few years. This is going to take a few years to settle, and then a completely different reality is going to be there for all of you. And I really do mean that it's going to be startlingly different in a good way, in a very good way. It's also going to be startlingly different for some who are not here and who are not aware that the very foundations for their safety are being eroded daily. So your safety, connection with people, making community, getting together, and using resources to create safety for yourselves in every possible way, to create food for yourselves and to look after each other, making new systems of exchange, new systems to create abundance. Peace, beloved.
Okay. Khalees, who's watching, she's a friend of mine. She says, I am caught up. How did you know that? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. But she's loving the Chung Fu teachings, I think is generally what it means. Yeah. Dervril, you want to ask a question? you're really welcome to ask me on Telegram, and we're going to do a couple more, and then
What a beautiful company you are today, dear ones. Thank you so much for coming to commune with us.
yeah, beautiful. It's
Peace.
been really lovely. Let's see if there's anything. I think there is one here. That's a blackbird. What can you do when you feel that you have stagnant energy inside of you? And then she says, or they, I don't know who they are actually, the crown chakra.
Actually, stagnant energy is about the base chakra, beloved. The crown chakra does not really stagnate. It can get a bit closed. Some of the rather unsavory medication being offered to you at this time has a very negative effect upon the chakra system, and does tend to bring some damage to the chakras. And so you may there is some fallout from that, shall we say. And so it's difficult. And also some of the mental type of concepts that are being brought in, the fears, all of that energy that's being brought to you, it's very stressful for the mind. And also these top centers here, they like to be clear. They like to feel the solar lords and the energies of the divine just pouring in from the cosmic source. So when you get that kind of interruption, that negative barrage on your mind, it might be from those around you, it might be from the city you're in, or from others. It might also be what you're watching. You may be watching stuff that is very negative for you. You really do have to look after yourself in this day and age. Otherwise, your system says, I don't want that. I'm blocking that. I'm stopping that. I'm not going to. No, I don't want, I don't want to process this. It's not joy. Why would I want to process all this nonsense, all this rubbish, all these lies, all this negativity, all this fear? Your whole system actually just says no. And so you get this kind of blockage feeling. And really what has to happen, it's always up to you to penetrate that which is blocking and come to your truth. Each one, you have your own truth, you have your very unique journey, but everything is perfect in that sense that what you're calling stagnant, well, it's exactly that. We spoke to another brother here or sister who was feeling that same energy. How can I move this? I'm not. Maybe it's because you're having to stay at home, or you haven't got your normal kind of rhythm. You can't travel. Your instinct is you just want to do what you want, and you feel you can't. So that is a very important psychological situation for your inner child. If you feel blocked, told what to do, told what not to do, told what to fear, and all this is going on for you, even if it isn't, you don't realize it's having an effect on you, it will be having an effect on you. And that is why you need to be so kind and so generous with yourself, so understanding and so compassionate, realizing, well, yes, I'm a vulnerable, beautiful human soul. I came to this earth to manifest God's plan, and I find myself stuck, inhibited, stopped, and I need to heal this part of myself that feels like this. And then you remember, actually, there are ways I can bring remedy, bring goodness to my life. I am actually free, and you have to work on yourself in that way. Peace, beloved.
Peace. Just a couple more now. Julia Webb says, hello, everybody. So very good to connect with you all, treasured kindred spirits.
Greetings, beloved.
So yeah, there's just 3 more questions now. The Watcher, can you explain how the manifestation process is more than simply what we focus on? What part does the will play, and is there purpose to studying that which is holding humanity back? As more is revealed, should we look or hide from unpleasant revelations, or inform ourselves to better navigate through these times?
Well, it's a bit of everything, beloved. You're very wise there. You have seen a lot of it. That's right. You can't just not know it, because then, in that sense, you are living in an illusion. So a lot of what is being presented to you, the negativity of it, Of course you don't like it. Of course it is anathema to you. But there it is. And it's affecting so many people. And so that is the world you are in. And knowing that is important. And then understanding, as this exercise we did today, you don't let great big lumps of that reality come and settle in your mind or in your space. It belongs to another. It's not your creation. You are the living spirit within, connected uniquely to the source as yourself. You are a manifestation of the divine creator. And so the purity of your connection and your ability to remain in that vibration, that frequency of resonance, of love and light, that is literally what you use it for. You just realize, all right, well, I just got to lift myself a bit higher then. Here's all this heavy energy. I'm not going to absorb it. I'm going to radiate light. I'm going to put those mirrors up on the edge of my field. I'm going to fill myself with divine love. I'm going to understand that there are beings who are being pulled along into that programming, and I'm going to send love and light to them. But I'm going to mainly constantly put myself in this resource of divine connection. And my whole life, I simply affirm that I am the living spirit within. I am the living embodiment of my divine higher self. I am the frequency of love. I emanate love, and it pours through me from the divine source every moment of my life. Always see yourself protected, beloved. Each one needs to know that that is your choice, your decision. You have the prerogative to put up protection around your field. You don't sit in your home, as I often say, and just let all the debris just crash in. You put up a door and a window. You make a reality beautiful. That is your reality. You maybe put a fence around. It depends where you dwell and what is the situation. You are very aware of danger. You know about danger. It is very strong in the astral plane right now. There is danger. It is hurting a lot of people. And you, however, you have the knowledge, you have the power, and you have the opportunity to grow in that serendipity of your nature, that you know you are one with God, Goddess, that you know you can emanate that reality and nothing will touch you, because that is the divine law. You simply are the truth of your own being. You are the creator in this moment where you are in your life, in your world, in your space. And this is your work upon the earth, whether you did it this way because of this, or whether you did it that way because of that. There was going to be a reason for you to evolve in this body upon this earth to a greater strength, to a greater positivity, to a greater beauty of your being. And so it is. So it's always perfect if you understand the opportunity that every challenge is and can continue to be. If you stand up in the strength and purity of your true being, who is one with the divine. Peace, beloved.
Lovely question, thank you. So just two more, and then so Julia Webb. If there is time, can Chung Fu speak on what is occurring with all the birds and how they can be helpful and healing when going through really dark and difficult times? Thank you. Meaning the very challenging times most of us are experiencing. How can we bring the birds' beauty and purity to help us individuals? Great question. Thank you.
Yes, beloved. The bird beings are very connected to the Pleiadians, who are very strong around you at the moment. There is a concerted attempt, unfortunately, to damage the bird kingdom. And this is all part of what you are dealing with at the present time. I want to just mention it. I don't want to go deeply into it because it's a big subject. But any way that any of you and any situation can oppose the incrementation of your electromagnetic fields into this, which I'm just going to spell F-I-V-E-G. I'm just going to spell it like that because of all the censorship. It's very, very serious in your world. You need to pay attention. You need to do everything you possibly can to eradicate this technology, because especially when you bring in the birds, the bees, the insects, it is a killer. So, having said that, beloved, there are bird beings who are managing to escape this. There are also those who are being very much attacked by it. Understand that bird beings dwell also in the etheric realms, in the realms of light. Connect with them there. Connect with the oversoul of all the bird species in your meditations, in your inner work. Send love and light to the oversoul because of each species. So each type of bird has an oversoul, and they're trying to reproduce at the moment. They're trying to multiply. They're literally, and this is from the Pleiadians that are saying this to you, that there's a huge impetus to bring back many species of birds, some that are actually that are at the present time very much threatened species. So any meditations that you do where you can send energy to the oversouls of the bird realms, this is very important at this time. Understand that from those oversouls of those bird realms, you can receive direct transmission from spirit bird. Even if, and presently, there is a real danger on the earth of the disappearance of bird species. So even if that is happening, you can still connect with the uplifting energies of the bird beings. Peace, beloved.
Right, one more question and we'll let Sally rest. Okay, the lovely Devril. Hi, I recently did healing work for a child, briefly. Did it have a good effect? Thanks.
Peace, Derval. It did have a good effect, beloved. It will take a little time. I would say to you that you're going to need to do it, what you did, a couple of times more. Because what has happened is there has been an entry into a very deep subconscious place. But it is to realize there's been a physical effect from what has been going on. So it's going to take a couple more kind of rituals, if you like, to fully, so that energy can fully engage into the physical. Peace, beloved. Very good work. Peace.
Peace, Chung Fu. Thank you. That's all the questions for
So
today.
we will just gather ourselves together to remember where we started. That brought all these wonderful questions. That brought into your consideration how to work within a very negative environment, how to stay strong, how to work with your higher self and embody that strength. To what extent to listen or not to listen? To what extent do you need to be involved or to be shocked by such very negative information that is bombarding you at this time? To have a sense of balance about that. You don't need to embody right into it. You need to know that something is happening and then bring your beatific, beautiful, beneficent natures to manifest the opposite. It is literally like that. You are required to be creating the opposite to what has been so negatively affecting beings and structures and systems within your world. So coming back now, just breathing and just look in your mind and feel where you are for a moment. Just breathing and relaxing and opening your mind. Just relaxing it and looking in there. As though it's a big temple, sacred space, your mind. where all the ideas are made that come from your spirit, that come from the essence of your being, from the divine. Your mind, a big, sacred temple of creation, where ideas take root and grow. And sometimes the wrong ones do, or ones that don't serve you, and you have to pull them out by the root. Or sometimes you realize, oh my goodness, I've made an entire building inside my mind that I actually need to demolish. Beliefs and all kinds of thoughts that are actually really blocking my creativity, my ability to embody joy, love, peace, harmony. You are made for joy, love, peace, harmony, freedom, beauty, truth. If I use some of those words, just let them kind of float around in the space of your mind freely. Beauty, truth, love, peace, kindness, compassion. Take some beautiful breaths and feel how these are the welcome visitors to your mind. Thoughts that are full of joy, that make beauty. Perhaps you are an artist, a creator, a musician, a healer. Thoughts that bring healing. Intentions to create beauty. Your mind is where you live. Do you like it? If it is a temple, would you like to make it beautiful? You look around inside this temple of your mind and feel yourself creating affirmations. Perhaps they hang on the wall, or perhaps you write them. That I am the living spirit. I'm the living spirit that is within all things and all beings. I open my mind to divine presence. I take the lid off and let the beauty and the wonder of love influence all the creations in my mind. I am here on earth to embody the divine presence, to bring the divine plan, the most extraordinary and wondrous plan of the golden age of love, abundance, beauty, peace, truth, into being. Feel if that thought, even as yet, can occupy your mind. Perhaps you have been occupied with trying to push away some of the pain, some of the fear, some of the negativity, which also needs to be done. Or you move things around in your mind and you make space for goodness, positivity, love, compassion. As you feel your mind, let it be big. Let it have space in it for more to come from the source of pure love. Feel inside you. Do you believe that divine love is guiding your thoughts? Those of you who spoke of feeling a bit stagnant, can you imagine divine thought as rivers of love flowing through your mind, washing away any sense of stuckness, cleansing rivers of love pouring from the source into your brain, into the muscles inside your brain, deep inside you. Let that beautiful love flow from the source. I love the earth. I love my body. I love my fellow brothers and sisters. I bring forward here upon the earth visions of harmonious life together, supporting and nourishing each other with the great abundance of the Earth Mother. I open my mind and my heart to create systems of sharing, of caring, of creativity together, of music and dance and beauty and song. I open myself to be a conduit of the new creation. I see looking forward these wondrous communities made by societies of loving, thinking beings. And I see that those who have been wounded come there to be healed. I see a great healing happening upon the earth with kindness and compassion and sharing of resources for those who have been wounded and harmed. I see that divine beings appear amongst us and can be seen in broad daylight as the energy of the earth shifts into a higher frequency, enabling etheric beings to become visible. Angels, ascended masters, feminine and masculine beings appearing who I always knew were there but never saw before. But now I see that they walk amongst us. I open my mind and my heart to this great evolutionary change that is being preceded by this great evolutionary deconstruction of all that has been. I feel safe in the arms of the divine who is guiding me from deep within. Down in my belly, down in my loins, down through my legs, I feel the connection with physical reality. And I know that I am the connection to the divine source pouring into this physical reality. I love my life. I love my body. I love my heart. I love my mind. I am the living spirit of love. I am the clarity of divine thought flowing through my being, through my mind. The thoughts that emanate from the Creator are the thoughts that create the new earth. And I give thanks for this extraordinary opportunity for my soul's evolution in synchronicity with many sisters and brothers upon the path. As we learn together to have the deepest confidence at this time upon the earth, to know that we are held, we are safe, we are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. We are loved, and that we are one with the one creator being manifesting in a myriad of deities, feminine and masculine forms within nature and throughout the cosmos. And so it is. Blessings and peace.
Blessings and peace.
Great love to you all, dear ones.
Thank you for coming and being with us, everyone. It's been a long stream, but I think, we needed to kick back in with a little something to take us deep. We'll see you again next time. Thank you, Chung Fu.
Blessings and peace to you all.